Hey guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, we're Janae and Jace. We've been living aboard our sailboat for nearly 4 years now. We've sailed through the Mediterranean, crossed the Atlantic, explored the Caribbean, and now we're deep in the remote, ragged islands of the Bahamas. This place is truly what dreams are made of. There's only about 20 boats scattered across this entire island chain, and most of them are anchored right here at Hog Cay. It's a bit of a cruiser's haven, where we all come together for sundowners on the beach at Hog Cay Yacht Club, meet new friends and head out on little missions, hiking, spearfishing, and cooking over the fire. This morning we're heading to the beach one last time with our two rescue cats, Nala and Lulu, before we set sail off to the next island. So join us this week as we sail, spearfish, and cook up our catch right on the beach.
What you doing, pretty girl?
It makes our hearts so happy to see the girls enjoying themselves on land. We do feel a bit guilty sometimes having them cooped up on the boat, but it's not always easy to find quiet, safe spots to take them ashore. That said, we try to remind ourselves it's probably still a better life than an apartment. At least we're always on the move and they get to see and smell new places all the time. Lulu jumped out of the tender a little bit too early and now she's all wet on the bottom. What happened? Did you get wet? She doesn't even really care because she's like having fun. You're a bit wet.
Hey, darling.
It's alright.
Alright, so Janae's just finishing off editing and I'm bored as hell, so I'm going to show you the best hummus recipe. It's spicy capsicum hummus and you guys will love it.
If you want to try this for yourself, just whip up a basic hummus recipe and then add a tin of roasted bell peppers and a dash of your favorite hot sauce and voila, you've got a big batch of spicy capsicum hummus. We've also been making beetroot hummus using a small tin of pickled beets, which is just as delicious, and both make for a healthy, tasty snack. It doesn't last long with Jason around though.
Alright, we are just getting ready to lift the hook up and go to the next anchorage. Got very, very light conditions, about 10 to 15 knots of wind, so we're just going to throw the heady up and go slow in these shallow waters. It's not far, about 10 nautical miles. We can just go around this point here, maybe a little bit further out.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to leave Hog Cay. We definitely could have set up camp a little longer, but we were also excited to see what the next islands had in store for us. Okie dokie. Look at that water. It's just incredible. What's going on, hon?
It's so shallow. We're just trying to get away from all the shallow patches. Don't trust your navionics, make sure you zoom in, eh?
Why did it send us straight over it?
Straight over a 1.8 patch. It looks like rock, eh? It's probably seagrass, but...
I think it's seagrass, yeah.
Dale switch, dog.
You grabbed that was really stressful. I thought it was gone.
I wanted to grab it before it like went back and hit the solar or something.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Lives to see another day.
Oh man, it's always so sketchy when you're sailing.
That's why you don't see too many shots.
It's so narrow, this drone, to grab without getting your fingers caught on the blade.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a handle made for it.
Yeah.
And then I think it'd be game on when we get that. We are absolutely hooning right now. Super shallow water. It feels so sketchy to be going this speed. But we've got 17 knots of apparent wind just with the head sail out and going, I guess, between 5.5 and 6.5 knots. But yeah, it does feel very uncomfortable. Doesn't really worry Janae, she's pretty chilled about it. Aren't ya?
Yeah, I think because I've realised that like a lot of it is sand.
Yeah, I reckon if we hit it this speed we might get in a little bit of trouble though.
Yeah, totally. But surely it's not just going to like jump up from 2 metres under the keel to nothing.
Yeah, unless there's like some unmarked reef or something that we... Doesn't look like it.
That's what I mean, like sand's not going to do it if we hit something that's reef.
And then we're in trouble.
We're following navionics, aren't we? So
yeah.
Just got to put your trust in it sometimes. Hope for the best.
A lot of trust. Made it. Nearly hit the bottom. We had 0 under the keel at one stage. It looks super shallow, but turned back around and came in a deeper patch and we're all good.
I feel like nearly hitting the bottom is just going to be like a regular occurrence here.
Yeah, fully.
Like every time we go in somewhere, we're just going to be like, oh, 0, better turn around.
Yeah, but it's good. No, there's literally no swell.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You don't feel as protected as where we were before, but...
No, because there is some open bits, like... Between all these islands here, there's like, this is obviously on the leeward side of the island, but there's like open there, and then the windward side of the island is open here. So it looks like there's some reef that might break that up anyway, potentially. Yeah, it's beautiful. Very similar to the last place we were. Gals are happy. What do you think about our new anchorage? Oh, okay, bye. Digging at China. Looks like she's gonna go toilet in it, is she? A lot of noises, isn't there, darling?
Just went for a quick dive. Got a hoggy.
Oh, you can smell it.
Fishy, darling.
Noah, come look at this. Come on. What's this? What's this? Fishy.
Yeah, I didn't realise how far away I was from the tender. I kind of like went round the corner a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty close. I'll just go for a shot, thinking I wouldn't get it.
You see any sharks?
Nah. But yeah, I swam back so quick to the tender.
I bet. That's our dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fill it up now, eh?
Maybe we can make the lemon cream.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Where are you going from there?
Well, you just kind of cut
Just because you're
open.
left-handed, you're doing it awkwardly.
No, you cut open backwards and then go backwards this way too. You'd normally do this with bigger fish, but it's just the way I've always done it.
Don't you want to lift it so you can see that you're not wasting meat?
I'm not wasting meat. Yeah, I'm wasting meat.
I don't even know how to fillet a fish and I could just tell. I'm like, don't you want to see what you're doing instead of just guessing? So as you guys can probably guess, living on a boat means we've got Starlink internet on board. But as soon as we head ashore, we still need phone data. That's why we use an app called SAILY. It gives us instant mobile data access in over 200 countries. It's super quick to set up. We just opened the app, picked a plan for the Bahamas, popped in our discount code, and done. I'd recommend setting it up before you travel so it's ready when you arrive. You can buy a plan and activate it anytime within 30 days. Having SAILY means when we're off the boat, whether we're provisioning, exploring, or trying to find a good spot to eat, we've still got internet, which makes life so much easier. Trust me, we've had our fair share of mishaps while we've been off the boat without internet, and it's not fun. And once it's set up, you don't need to keep swapping eSIMs each time you change country. You can pick plans for individual countries, or you can pick a regional or a global plan if you're bouncing around a little bit. So if you're traveling or sailing, check out the SAILY app and make sure you use our code Escapade for 15% off your first plan. It's our go-to for staying connected once we leave Starlink behind. Take advantage of it, guys. It's made our life so much easier while traveling. Got it like right in the head. Is that a groper? What is that? Your spear's gonna go in the water. Alright, random decision, very spontaneously. We're gonna go up to, well, it's got like lots of different keys around it. I think it's called Twin Cay. You can only fit like 1 or 2 boats in there. There is one catamaran in there at the moment that came from this bay. We're gonna squeeze ourselves in and see what it's like. Hopefully it's not too rolly. We had a bit of a rolly night last night from about 2 o'clock in the morning. If it isn't nice, then we can just go on to Racoon Cay, which is only a little bit further. So Jason is just getting all the water out of the tender because every time we go diving, what are you doing? You look sick. That's scary. Every time we go diving or spearfishing, he wears a t-shirt because he's lost his wetsuit and he comes back in and like floods the tender, which isn't ideal. So
Oh well, you win some, you lose some.
today you won. You speared a grouper,
Yeah, and a
you
hog.
speared a lionfish and a hogfish.
We didn't keep the lionfish just because the cats were going spastic, so we're just like,
Well,
they're bad for the environment.
Yeah, it was really small too. But yeah, you're supposed to spear them if you see them because they kill all of the tropical fish, don't they?
They do.
Which means then the coral dies. We anchored up at Twin Cay, but it was a little too rolly for our liking to stay the night. So after a quick relax on the beach, we sailed a few nautical miles over to Racoon Cay just before sunset. And this happened. When I was pulling the anchor up from the last anchorage, it stopped working and I couldn't get the whole thing up. And so we had to try and drop the anchor by hand, and then it wouldn't even go out with the winch, so Jason had to like pull it out while I'm trying to reverse it, which I have no idea what I'm doing. So I was like going sideways.
You were fine, but it was just the
I couldn't get the clutch, the gypsy back in tight enough. The
To
clutch.
stop. Yeah.
It's just going nuts, and I'm like holding it with my hand. I'm like, stop. It's like I shouldn't have tried to fight it. But it is what it is. We're all good. We're here. We're safe.
Good morning. It's a glorious morning here this morning. So we're having trouble with our anchor yesterday, and we thought it needed new brushes, and we were like, uh-oh, we don't have those as a spare. We've not really had any problems with our anchor chain for a very long time. Anyway, Jason managed to fix it this morning. It ended up being something to do with the starter battery. Anyway, so he was on a roll, and we noticed that we had a leak coming from our high pressure pump of our water maker, and it was going straight into the bilge, so it wasn't like flooding under the floors or anything. It wasn't like a crazy leak. Anyway, because he was on a roll this morning, he thought, oh, I can fix this, and what do you know, the L bracket breaks and we don't have a spare. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a water maker unless we can get this spare part or fix it some other way, but Jason's pulling out the entire motor now, so wish us luck. We just waited like a few weeks longer in Puerto Rico to get these membranes so we could have the water maker, and 3 weeks later we might not have a water maker again. I'm not sure if we can somehow get someone to bring us a spare part from the US that might be flying in or something, but we don't really want to be waiting around for things again either, so we'll see how we go.
Well, we've managed to get the bit that snapped off out of the water maker, but we haven't got this off yet. So we're going to get this off, and it's a 3/8 to 3/8 fitting. So we're thinking of just taking this whole fitting off completely, gluing this, and then jamming this inside the water maker, but we're not sure if it's going to fit back in the place.
So straight in there without the actual fitting, but it's got to be able to go back in here, which needs a good clean, and not be in the way.
We don't know if there's a reason why this is up. Like if this needs to be up, right?
Yeah, we should probably take a photo and like ChatGPT that or something.
It's worth a try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Alright, so Jason's been over to sailing Dark Angel, which is the only other boat in our anchorage at the moment, and just to see if they had a fitting potentially, and he had loads of fitting. Very well organised, but unfortunately not the exact one we needed. But they told us that you can actually get Amazon packages delivered to Georgetown in Great Exuma. So
They started it this year.
Just started. Oh, nice. Seems like Bahamas is definitely starting to get a bit more cruiser friendly in the way of like, even I found like a decent grocery store online and stuff for Georgetown. Things you learn, hey, from other people. The cruiser community is seriously amazing. Like when you are in need of a bit of help, there's always someone that's happy to help, or like that you can just get really good information off that you might not have found out otherwise. So we'll go ahead and order that. Jason's just going to pop the accumulator pump back on sideways for now so that we can still maybe use it just really carefully if we need to. After a run of things breaking on the boat again, we decided it was time to get off and clear our heads. We went for a little explore and snorkeled over the sandbar that appears at low tide here at Racoon Cay. It's such a stunning spot, we even saw a huge stingray. Unfortunately, he scattered off before we could catch him on camera.
What happened, darling?
Oh, we were like coming in the shallows, and then all of a sudden I looked over in the, like, just where the sand was, and there was like a bird, and I'm like, is that like a stick that's shaped like a bird? And then I saw it like tumble with the waves, and so I went over, I'm like, oh my god, it's a bird, and then I was like, its legs were just like this, but it was like alive, and so I like ran it up the beach and tried to find somewhere shady to like put it down. So I'm like, god, it's like getting drowned. I feel its little heartbeat going, but its like neck was kind of like limp. But it was like looking at me, and then I was like, where's water? Because its beak like went like this a few times. So I ran back to the tender and got water while Jason stayed with it, and by the time I came back it had died. It's really sad. I just hate seeing stuff like that. It made me cry.
It's not all paradise around here.
Right, we have come over to the beach to have a fire and cook our fish on the fire. Beautiful over here.
We're gonna go look for firewood, but Someone's already literally done it for us.
Yeah, there's like a whole pile there, so
We've got a
like
little fire area just here. Might make that a little bit bigger and have a bonfire. But perfect place to do it. There's no wind here or
yeah, stunning.
anything.
It's about 6:15 at night. You wouldn't guess it, would you? We love cooking over the fire. Everything just tastes better, don't you think? Before we bought the boat and moved aboard, we actually had the full camp set up back in Australia. We had a four-wheel drive ute with a rooftop tent, portable fridge, barbecue, and even a kayak. We'd head out camping whenever we could, just the two of us or with a bunch of friends on long weekends. Australia has some epic spots for that kind of thing, including the world's largest sand island, Fraser Island, which was just a few hours from where we lived. My heart is racing. I'm using the drone for the second time ever. Jason's gone, so he's not even with me. And I follow him back in the tender with the drone, and then he's like waving at the drone, and next minute it's like critically low battery. Tap to return to home. So I'm like, oh my god, return to home. And then instead of returning to home, it starts going really high in the sky on its own. And then it's getting up the top going, high wind warning, it can't return to home, manually return to home. And then I'm trying to get it back and it's not listening to me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try and lower it down lower. And then it like let me do return to home again. So I did return home again. Then it went back up in the sky again. Did the same thing with the high wind warning. Then next minute, it's saying critically low battery. Like in 10 seconds, it's gonna just go down to the ground, and I'm over the top of freaking water. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Jason's just inside the boat. He's got no idea what's going on. Anyway, I managed to get it down because I'm like trying to figure out the controllers and then like go down and then forward as fast as I could, and finally it started responding, and I got it over here on the beach, and I had to land it, like grab it on my own and like put it upside down. Talk about stressed, hey? It's the last thing we need today. We've already had 50 things break. Oh, anyway, look at this sunset. Absolutely beautiful. That catamaran's gonna be just in the way, but anyway. As you can see here, Jace came back and I filled him in on my drone debacle, complete with a dramatic reenactment. But it was time to face my newfound fear and give the drone another go, this time with Jace by my side for moral support.
Done.
There you go. Potato gratin and grouper. Delicious with a view. Stunning.
Why young that fish is good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So verdict is I don't really like the grouper. Nothing to do with what Jason's done, just a bit fishy, bit fishier flavoured. I could like eat it, but I wouldn't like love it. So then I'm like, why don't you just have it because you like it?
Yeah.
What started out as a simple plan for sundowners and a beach cook-up turned into a really fun night. Dancing around the fire to reggae and salsa music, just mucking around and enjoying ourselves. I love a good spontaneous night, and this one's definitely going in the memory bank. It's moments like these that remind me how lucky we are to be able to have fun like this, just the two of us. Though, let's be honest, a drink or two always helps. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed exploring the remote Ragged Islands with us this week. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Cheers, guys.